afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I see Scott was in here early. How you doing? Logan's here saying good evening. Good evening to you, Logan. Thanks for all the support, all you guys, for sure. And ET's in here. Gator's here. Hope everything's going good. I'm hoping. Um, I know that you both had some stuff going on, so I'm hoping everything is going the right way. Maui, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. Am I saying this right? Jack Bree. Jack Bree? Is that right? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you'll stay a while, everybody. We'll see. Walking in my shoes. Hey, Robbie, how you doing? um, so let's get down to the thing. In fact, Robbie might be interested in this. I think it's been 5-6 days because I think tomorrow I start instead of 0.6, 1.2 on that injection in my belly. And I lost 2 kilos. So granted, I'm eating, 2 scrambled eggs and a little bit of avocado and maybe a couple of slices of tomato, tuna fish, but I don't put very much mayo in it. And I put hot chilies, maybe a little bit of avocado, maybe a little bit of tomato, and mix it all up. It's pretty good. And then she bought me a whole bunch of stuff from the green market, salad stuff. And I have that. And I use red wine, vinegar, balsamic, and olive oil. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. It's headed the right way, right? I go back to the doctor on the 19th, so it'll be interesting to see what he's, what I weigh when I go there. But I'll still probably weigh every 3-4 days, something like that. So I'll keep you guys, because I know there's some people that are interested in seeing what that's all about. So I know I am. I'm happy. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Jim. How you doing, Meow? How you doing, Jim? Glad you guys could stop by. So I'm really kind of excited about that because when I went back and looked at what it was when I went to the doctor, I was 125.5, and this morning I was 123.5. So, and I still drink my, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these shot glasses of coffee, and it does have creamer, not non-dairy creamer. I don't think I can stop that. I'm addicted to it. Yeah, exactly, Romy. And thanks for having me on. I had fun on the show. In case you guys, I still kept it up. I don't know if Mike, did you guys want me to take it down, or did you care if I left it up? It's up to you guys. I don't care. Let me know. I don't know. With YouTube, I don't know. Is that a good thing, a bad thing for you, or whatever? Just let me know, and I'll take it down. It's not a big deal. I don't know. I didn't look. Did it get a bunch of views? Let me see. I think it got some. I imagine. I know that you guys got some live. You guys got some subscribers. I know because I think it went from you were at like 950 and it went to 960 something. So I'm glad that helped you in that way. Hopefully you can get to that 1,000. Let's see. 188 views, which I don't know. I'm right around between 150 and 200 on my live streams anyway. So hopefully it helped you out. If you want me to pull it down for some reason, let me know. I'll pull it down. Yeah, but the Spotify, I think if I'm not mistaken, you gained 12 or 15 subscribers. So that's cool. Plus, they're good subscribers if they came from here. You'll be happy to meet all them, all good people. Hey T, how you doing? Hey kids, softer than pound makes funny sound. You and I didn't ask. Is the sound okay now that T kind of said something about sound? I think it sounds okay in my ear. I never know. And then when I lean over, I know, but I've kind of got it turned this way so it picks up a little wider area of me doing that crap. So okay, so covered the deal. Lost a couple kilos. Now I need to start walking, even though it kills my knees. I'm gonna at least try starting. I don't know, even just to walk 15 minutes in the morning, and I might go back to the gym just to sit in the stationary bike. The stationary bike without any, restrict. What do you call it? So it's easy. I don't know. My mind's gone. Um, it doesn't hurt my knees, and that's the way I've always done it. And that's the way from when they did the surgeries, they told me to do it with no. What's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out. But thanks, Scott. Hey, Ron John, how you doing? Your background would be nice. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you guys too. I made this yesterday when I was just sitting around. What do you guys think about putting that on? And like I said, I'm not making T-shirts to sell. I am making T-shirts to give to people. So let me know what you guys think. I know you can't see it very well. I know the Got to Love Thailand is blocked off in the back, but it couldn't pick up anything. Right below the Thai flag is in big letters, Got to Love Thailand. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, because I think it's kind of cool. You can't really see it, but I like that particular one of the Santa Claus with the baseball bat. Yeah, resistance is the word. Thank you, Jake. My mind. But anyway, I feel better. I have more energy. Like I said, I don't know if it's just psychosomatic. Is that the right word? If I'm just, making it up or whatever, but I don't give a crap if I'm making it up or not, or whether it's coming from the shot. It's given me a lot more. I think I went out more on the scooter and around and did things more in the last 3 days than I have in the last 3 months. That's how bad it was getting. Hi, Nanette. How are you? Glad you could make it. If you guys aren't subscribed, as always, please subscribe to everybody on this channel. Going Grays, Logan's too. I think everybody pretty much by now is, but I'm still gonna probably say it because everybody's so good to me. I wanna make sure everybody has the same. And like I said for Robbie, the whatever you got from the little deal, they're all top notch people. That's what's great about this channel, anyway. Let's see. Why? What happened to Jim? Who's Jim? Prayers for Jim. Who is this for? Scott, what did I miss? Oh well, prayers for Jim. If Scott's asking for him, it must be something worthwhile. And I don't know if Bobby's up and awake. I'm hoping he's feeling better. I haven't really. I haven't got that here. Okay, that's better. I haven't really heard anything from him. I know that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I know they're trying to get everything under control over there. Hopefully, he can get out of there before he has to fly back to the U.S. That would be awful, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. Kidney stones. Okay. I know we talked about that before. I think when we were together in Udon, right? I know that he was going back, so I'm sure they're going to get rid of him. So hopefully they're not causing him too much pain. Hey Daz, how you doing? Step on James' pinky toe. He complains too much. Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't complaining when I saw him. In fact, I don't know if I'm. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you guys, both you and Jim, say that it wasn't caused? There was no pain involved in whatever he thought he had. But I thought kidney stones. I thought they were painful. I don't know. Gallstones. I think my wife had those. She had that's the gallbladder you can have removed, right? They don't exactly know what the hell it's for in the first place, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, again, put it out there. Please call me a liar. Hey David, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. So anyway, so in the background, that's what I'm thinking. something close to that. And it says U.S. and Thailand always and forever. And I don't know. I think that's about it. I think it's pretty muddled up. But I guess across the bottom in pretty big letters it says "Got to Love Thailand," but it wouldn't fit on the green screen. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. But when I met them, met up with them in Udon right before I went on the fishing trip. Um, I believe they didn't know exactly what it was. They were guessing. They thought it was, and he said he wasn't having any pain. But if they're still listening, please um, let me know if I'm wrong, which very possibly could be. Uh, that's right, and that's in. If you guys aren't following her videos, she's in Vietnam, right? Is that right? What is that? Central Vietnam. By all means, follow her. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. Hey, Paul, they got all the stuff that you got for the kids. The teachers took them. There was 2 teachers, my wife's best friend and one of the teachers from the school. I asked them if they could do in short format a little video of the giving some to the kids. If and when I get that, I'll either send that to you so you can put it out, or I'll put it out. You let me know whatever you want to do. But good morning to you. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Paul came to visit me and on New Year's, or when we had the New Year's party, and actually spent the whole afternoon here and left a bag full of goodies with, I think, pens and pads, all sorts of neat stuff that Thailand kids love. And he had 2 more bags that he left at the hotel he was staying in. So my wife and the teacher that's going to take them stopped by there yesterday afternoon and picked them all up. So I'll let you know. Just let me know, and I'll forward that little short to you, or I'll just post it. One of the two. Thanks, Jake. Posting. Yeah, you guys, if you're not, please to Jam both and to Nanette. There's Jim. Ultrasound, so too small. But you didn't you say you weren't feeling any pain? Or was that me just losing my mind, which is usual? Awesome, thanks, Dave. Do both your channel and mine. Okay, cool. I'll send them to you. I'll see how much they've got. Maybe I'll take a little portion of it, and you take another portion. But in mine, I'm going to say that they came from you anyway. So, and try to boost. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Paul's channel here, please subscribe. I know since Jake is back and feeling good, I'm sure that it's going to get posted real quick, the link. So, Expat Paul's here. How you doing? Glad to see you. Jim, that's the funniest thing you can think of doing in Thailand. The funnest or the funniest? Yeah, no pain. Yeah, that's what I thought he told me when we had our. It seems like every time that I meet up with them in the twice in Udon, we go to with Tim. We go to Sizzler. Of course, Jim was good there, and it just had a salad. I had a salad and a burger, and I put globs of Thousand Island on it. That isn't good, but I feel way more energy. I don't know if you can tell. I can even tell by looking at me, and wanting to go out. Like I'm kind of jonesing to get the guys, make sure they're going to be up on everything in the backyard, and take off. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Traveler, how are you? Glad you could make it. If you guys aren't subscribed to Time to Get Going, he's the only person that came to Thailand and only stayed just in the family compound, and then flew right back to the United States. He's had enough of Thailand. I'm just kidding. I hope that doesn't happen to you. I'm hoping that you're going to be out and about soon. I'll let Bobby explain everything that's going on. Right now, I don't want to overstep what I'm supposed to say and not say about how everybody's doing there. I went to Sizzler and saw a rat the size of... Yeah, did you eat them or did you just let them go? They eat them over here in Isan. They catch. I mean, I don't know. I think I told you guys that the cousin that built the wall and doing all the work, pond, pool, everything. They've cooked two of them that they have caught on in this vicinity, right outside my walls. It's not bad. I've tasted it. It's. I mean, they eat rice for Christ's sake. I mean, they're just like any other piece of meat. If they're eating the right stuff, I don't think I want to go to New York or downtown Bangkok and catch a rat and cook it up. But if I was hungry enough, I'm sure I would. Um, yeah, I can tell, Dave. Yeah, I think so too. My mind maybe a little bit clearer too. I'm not quite as out there in left field. I feel better. Like I said, I'd like to get down to somewhere around 110. I don't know what that is. 215, 220 pounds, even maybe closer to 200. We'll see how things are going. But I've got to get that so I can get the knees done so I can start to enjoy life a little bit more. It's a pain in the rear, everybody taking off. We're going to walk up the street here, half a mile or even, and I'm going, well, I can't make it 2.5 steps. So I'll just sit here and by myself. It kind of sucks. So I got to get that handled. I don't see Robert here, but I know he was having trouble with his other knee. And I think he was talking about getting it done. And I don't know if he was talking about getting it done here or going back to the States. It wasn't a rice field rat. Ran outside the restaurant and freaked out the girl. Yeah, I bet. Desert was part of the mobile salad bar. I didn't, I thought the Sizzler was okay. I've only been to the one. Have I been to the one in Bangkok? I think I've been to the one in Bangkok. I ate once with the kids and my wife, or just my wife. I can't remember. And then twice in Udon. So, live streamer walk. I know I should. James has been telling me to do that for a long time, to get out and do that. And I got to figure out. I guess I just do it right from my phone, right? But I think he reads one and does one in the gimbal. I don't, because it's hard enough for me to sit here and read the things without being walking and, because in Thailand, I fall, I'm going to break a hip like Mike's Wave. And that's most, I don't want that to happen. And here in Thailand, if you're not paying attention on the ground, you're in trouble. Okay, we've got a special guest. Let's add him to the stream. Bobby, my brother. How are you?
I'm hearing too. Why?
You must have YouTube open or something. Maybe.
I did. Still, I have my phone on over here, but I
If
also
it's on,
had tab open on the laptop.
is it still you're hearing echoes?
No,
No.
just one now.
So we're showing the compound where Bobby's not. I think is
Yeah,
not going
this
to
is
build a
next door.
house. Yeah,
This is next
but
door.
have you guys talked more? Bobby was talking. The one house. If you guys aren't familiar with his videos and stuff, he raised the whole top of his house there in on the compound, and so that normal people would have headroom because Bobby's like 7 foot tall or something. But anyway, he had talked about just doing that one. And I think it's a neat house. I like the stone on the outside. I think it's plenty big enough for you and Jai. I think it's a good choice. But whatever you do, uh, you know.
Yeah, I have definitely dropped a few kilos. I'm not sure how much. They don't have scales here, but I've lost weight for sure. I haven't been wanting to
You look,
eat.
yeah, you
Um,
look thinner.
Hi, Ron, traveler.
Traveler wants to know how you're feeling. Gator was the one asking
Feeling better.
about the knee.
I Every day I get to go outside and walk around. It's a good thing this compound's very big. Um,
Right.
we're not we're not allowed to leave this area. We're locked down, obviously. So, but all three of us in the house have COVID. All three of us, my
Really?
sister-in-law, Jai, and me, and we're separated into three different rooms. But as each of them, because I'm in the farthest back room. So whenever they go outside and they're out of my way, then I can go outside.
But you can't. So, no, but I thought you tested negative.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet, really.
No.
Okay.
I've tested 3 times. All 3 times have been positive. I skipped testing yesterday because Jai and Mas are both still positive. So no reason for me to check. I can't go anywhere without them. So
That's
I
true.
might as
I think, like I said, the little one I think was 7 days. I think hers was 7 days. She tested positive and then stayed in the room. I think an extra day and then came down for 2 days and then went back to Bangkok.
according to CDC, I only have to go 7 days from first symptoms. So I've already passed that
But
yesterday.
but with everybody else, you can't go anywhere until they're in the same situation, right?
Right.
Right.
And you have to be symptom free, but you could still go out, just wear a mask, according to the CDC. Now, I don't know in Thailand if it's the same rules it is. If CDC rules are good everywhere, then
Hmm.
CDC says 5 days after you test positive or 7 days after first signs of
Symptom. Ah.
symptoms.
Well, you're not going to be the first person ever to come to Thailand and spend all your time in the compound and then fly back,
Well,
are you?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. It's feeling like it because I've already been here now 9 days.
Wow.
Nine
Doesn't
days
seem like it's
max.
been that long
Well,
to me. Maybe you it
yeah,
feels like forever, but to
yeah.
me it
Whenever
doesn't
you're
seem.
locked into a room, a bedroom. I mean, I come from California where we could just jump in the car and go fly wherever we do anything we want to do. No
Right.
mask, no nothing. Get over here. I mean, I wore a mask nonstop. I did everything you could possibly do. Obviously not, because I still got COVID. I got to
Yeah.
thinking about it, Dave. Whenever you're flying, because I have to sit in the big boy seats more in the
Right.
front, to
Right.
where they actually your TV monitor and your tray and everything tucked down in your seat. So you have to reach and open, push a button and reach and open them manually and twist them, and that shit doesn't get clean good enough. You know it
I
don't.
don't. Yeah. No. No way. But
So that's
it's
that's
go ahead.
where I got it.
Yeah, you probably, like, because, all right, well, I went to Tim's and we went on that fishing trip, spent a couple of days at Tim's and we took off. We flew out of Udon. I didn't put any of that in the video. I should have because they held up a sign for me. I should have put it in that said Santa's sleigh when they were picking us up at out of the airport in Phuket. It was pretty cool. I think Aaron put that together. But anyway, um, did not put a mask on when I got out of the truck at the Udon airport. Walked over in the front of the Udon airport. My knee was acting up, so I got in a wheelchair. The two gals pushed me from there all the way to the gate. Never had a mask on. Got on the airplane. Never had a mask on. Got off the airplane. Never had a mask on in Phuket. Never put a mask on and left the Phuket airport. So I never put a mask on flying. It was, I want to say, maybe a 50-50 thing, maybe even more people not wearing masks than wearing masks on the plane. Um, I just don't think I could wear a mask all the way to the to the U.S. And
It's
now with
tough.
this new thing, I don't know what they're going to do now. I know that according to my understanding, and everybody, please, this is just what I understand. You need to show proof of being jabbed twice, and it doesn't
Yeah, but
matter
it
whether
can't
it
be
was
just any jab. It can't be just any jab either. It's specifically.
specifically.
My
Who said that?
understanding is they're not accepting the one in China.
Oh, I don't know. That could be. I don't think they're accepting anything that came from China. Mine, I've had both times have been the whatchamacallit, the good one. Anyway, I can't remember the name of it. And I went to the hospital because I really thought from the very beginning, the reason that I got jabbed and I'm not an anti-vaxxer, and I'm not this. I just don't think they had enough time to really put that vaccine through what it needed to go through. The
Yeah,
reason
what
I
good
did
did
it,
it really do?
well, the only
I mean,
reason
I've
I
had
did is
3 jabs.
because
I still got COVID.
no, and you're still going to, but and
Yeah.
me too. But it doesn't. That's why I don't understand half the stuff they do anyway. Why are they insisting on this
Well,
when anybody that comes in, doesn't matter whether you've been jabbed or not, you can still carry the virus.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're right for you proof. You came
Well,
in, you've been
here,
jabbed,
yeah.
so what difference does it make? And never has dawned on me. But the I don't know, the two jabs that Johnson, is that, which ones did I get? What are they called? Somebody, my mind's gone today. I thought it was better, but no, it's not better. But anyway, my understanding is it has to be 2 weeks before you do it, and it could be up to 2 years ago. Doesn't matter. But it has to be 2 weeks before, 14 days or something like that. But I don't think they made the mask mandatory, and I think it's
Okay.
still all up to the people.
I'm being corrected, Dave. They said the Chinese, Jake and Paul Mulan says the Chinese, what is it, Sinovac, is accepted. But
Okay.
I heard something. I don't know. Maybe there's more than just one. I heard something, and I don't know what it was.
Well, as Bo Adventures, I just missed you this morning. In case you can hear me, I can't see if you're in the chat. I
That's
mean, by
scary.
seconds, I missed her live stream. But I just don't know if they're. I'm imagining that the flights are, and I heard if they don't do it right, they get fined like $10,000 or something. The airlines, if they don't check it and do it, we'll see what happens. It was supposed to be. What's the date today? It was supposed to be today. Was supposed to be at
Yeah,
midnight last night or something. So
right.
we'll find out. Maybe we can find. I'm sure that there's a bunch of people out there that are watching the airport, and I'm sure there's going to be stuff out this afternoon. But what kind of freaks me out is I don't think I could. Like I said, I don't think I could wear that for 16 hours. I think I would freak out a little bit. I don't dig the mask. Um, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to be going back, I think. March is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping I have everything together and get back so I can see my mom. I haven't been able to talk to her for like 2 weeks, so I'll see what's happening. Most of the people that caught COVID last year in SoCal have been vaccinated. Oh, and that's what else I heard. See, if I was a doctor, I could make a lot of money. If you were Bobby and you hadn't been vaccinated, you could come to Dr. Dave and I could write you out a letter saying, "Oh, Bobby had COVID and he's ready to go." And I give you that letter, and that you can fly with that also. So you either have to have the from the doctor showing that you had it, or a letter from the doctor, I guess, saying that you had it. And I don't know if you need both or not, but I can make a lot of money. And don't kid yourself, there will be some people that are going to make some money out of that. Sad but true. There's Bo. How you doing? I just barely missed you by a couple seconds this morning, right at the end of your chat. I got bought 3 kilo of the organic cucumbers, the small ones. I'm going to make pickles. So I ordered all the stuff from Lasada yesterday, pickling jars. I'm going to do it cold. I'm not going to do it hot. They last about 2 to 3 months in the refrigerator, the way that I'm going to do it. So I'll do a video on that. No one will watch it, but I'll do a video. And I hope you guys watch the fishing video. I spent a lot of time on it. I think it came out okay. I just released it this morning at like 5 a.m. If you guys want to go on a trip, that's the one to use for sure. And you could use it for
Duckweed.
snorkeling. You don't have to. You don't have
Okay,
to.
David.
What's that?
David says the plant. There's tons of plants in this compound here. I have no idea what they are, but one of them, I think, is the big, tall, grassy one.
Duckweed.
It's called duckweed.
Duckweed.
Or is that? Oh! I'll bet that's the one that's in the pond. Is that the one in the pond, David?
I think duckweed is in water. I think. Maybe that's why I never had Andy Travels. What is that? My wife makes pickles for me and says, and what? And they say that crap in the supermarket. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see how they turn out. They should turn out all right. The ones that she sold me are like perfect size. I'm gonna do some whole. I'm gonna do some in spears. I'm gonna do some in slices. I'm gonna do one of each, and that way I can use it because I got to use it in a couple 3 months in the
Oh,
refrigerator.
okay. The ones in the little tubs. I just put a video out this morning where
Oh,
there's
did you?
little
I missed
tubs
that.
that's got a pondweed growing in it, and she mixes that with grains and stuff to feed to the chickens and pigs, and they
Ah,
love it. And they produce the hell out of the eggs. She got like 40 eggs this morning.
wow. You know, my wife now her favorite thing she found out. I told her that the koi absolutely love the little silkworm larva that they eat here. So now her favorite thing is to go to the market, green market, pick up a big old bag of them, and she sits on the pond back there and hand feeds them one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you, and she eats them, them silkworms. Which, if I was going to try anything, I'd try the crickets because I heard they're just like crunchy nothings. That one's got too much softness to it. No way, no way am I eating it. But the my wife and the fish absolutely love it, and it's great for the koi. It's a great source of protein and vitamins and everything in there. Hey, Mike, how you doing, Nicole? Good pickles are hard to find. Yeah, you have to look at if you're not with right here, Bo Adventures. She's on. She helps her sister out with the organic. Far away for you though, but they're like absolutely perfect. Uh, Nicole, absolutely perfect, especially for full size pickles. They're perfect. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna make all three. I'll do a video on it for the people like. And I noticed Chuck put out a video in case Chuck lurks every once in a while, like James. Um, I don't understand. It's back on No Time to Be Hungry, not his whatever it was, food porn thing. So I don't know whether he's gone back to the other one or not. But he it showed his. I believe the stuff at the beginning, in case anybody's watched it, is the stuff that I had when I went there. It's the stuff his mom makes. It's awesome. I think if it's the same stuff. I didn't see her put enough peppers in it. But anyway, all the stuff that she puts in it, I know he's doing them quiet now, but I didn't see any ingredients. So that's a. I don't want to critique Chuck on his on his channel. He'll do a whole epilogue on me or whatever it is. Probably the wrong word. He'll do a whole thing on me or on people critiquing his thing, but don't have the ingredients. So video would
Oh,
be
it's
great.
not
Yeah, I
searchable. He
think so.
changed it back.
What's that? He
Logan
changed.
says he changed it back because the P word isn't searchable.
Okay. Very probably smart thing. But I did notice that, and I noticed said he was going to do from now on quiet deals. But the people that want to learn how to make them, maybe it's in. I didn't even look. I didn't watch the whole damn video, so I shouldn't even be talking about it. Maybe it's in the description. I don't know. But all the stuff that they were making looked good, but I had no idea half the ground up stuff they were putting in there. I had no idea what it was. Let's see. Did I miss anything?
Thanks,
If I
Gary.
missed well, Grays. If I missed anything, guys, put it back in. I'm rambling again, but I will do the pickle thing. Like I said, it was about 1,200 baht. I bought everything instead of going to Macro. I could have probably went to Macro and got most of it, but I got Heinz uh, apple cider vinegar. I got 3-quart canning jars, glass. I got peppercorn, mustard seed, coriander seed, and some other stuff to put in the and dill. They had dried dill. I don't know if they have. You might know, Nicole. Do they have fresh dill any place there, Macro or any place? I haven't looked for it, but I'm going to look for it too. But anyway, I will do a video on it just for that. A quick one, not a long, drawn out one, but a quick one.
So, what are they going to do, Dave, with the people that are over here that did come into Thailand unvaxxed that just tested? What? How? What goes on
To
there?
tell you the truth, I don't know. Now they did say that they would like you. to have insurance, because if you come here and then when you leave or whatever, or you got the test or whatever, um, you and you test positive or something, they would hope that you have insurance for it. But I don't know. Have you heard of one person dying? I haven't heard anybody starting talking about so many people like they did before. Every day they had something out on how many people died from it. But I haven't heard anything about anybody even going to the hospital. Look at you.
Now
Did you
this
even
new one's
no one,
it's like a cold. I thought
right,
I just had a bad cold. I told you, give
right.
me another day because I think my cold is going to get better. Well, my cold didn't get better. It went into some body aches. But my sister-in-law never got any symptoms at all. She only tested because me and Jai did.
What about Jai? How's Jai feeling?
Oh, she went down bad last night.
Did
So
she?
yeah,
Bummer.
but it's body aches and sinus, and it's a cold. It's like a in her case, it's worse cold than it was for me, but it was really just like a cold with body aches and mild headaches.
Oh, I'm hoping I don't get it. I don't want a cold. I think I'm gonna do it. I went out and tried to do a motor vlog again, and I for some reason I'm having so much problem with microphones. Uh, Three-quarters of it, the mic, I don't know, shut off my wireless mic. So I'm gonna try
Dave,
to
the
do one today.
only wireless mic that I've had so far, flawless, that gives me no problem at all, is a DJI dual mic setup.
I
It's the
have
only
I
one.
have
All
I
the
have a
other
dual.
ones I have trouble with them.
Did you ever try this one? I really like it. It was my fault, I think, the way I plugged it in. This is the Comica. It's I never really had a problem up until this last time I went out, and I think it was because of the way that I plugged it in. Now,
Yeah,
when
but
you plug,
that is the problem when you're using a GoPro and you plug them in wrong. Then
I'll tell you
you
what
don't
I
even
like about
know.
this. I'll tell you what I like about this. On the transmitter with its little dead cat, it has the mic hole so you can run a lavalier, right?
Yeah.
This is what I do like about this one. You see that? It has a little clip on the side that actually locks it in so it can't come out. And what I think I did is I didn't put it in there far enough for it to clip, for that clip to clip down on the
Oh, yeah.
in here. See, it goes in. I don't know if you can see it. You see the two? It's got the hole, and then it's got
Yeah. Yeah. I
a little
see it.
rectangular.
Yeah.
I did like that about the Comicas. So I think it was all user error. But the DJ I heard it's the shit. I heard
Yeah, you
it's
can't
the one to
screw
have.
up. I mean, if you plug it in, it comes on and you can see it working. So the
Right,
only way you can screw up is if you put your mic. I did do it once. I put my mic on inside my shirt and I
right.
forgot to turn it on. It's got to turn it on. It's got a little button. You turn it on, and a little green light comes on, and you're good to go.
And I
Now,
see, like on these.
I want to answer
Good.
Ron John his question. I He asked if it's a minor cold or flu, so why did you test? The only reason I tested is because I just flew across the pond. Um, I had hip pains I've never had before, and I knew there was something wrong. And I was going to go meet up with Dave, who is an elderly man, and I didn't want to make him sick.
I'm an elderly man. I didn't know that. Anyway, this one does it too. I don't know if you can. You can't see it that well. Let me see if I can get it to light up. And it goes, and then it shows it also on the
Yeah,
receiver. It
yeah.
shows the deal. So these were way more reasonable than the Rode. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
Rode.
I have the Rode wireless mics, and I also have Blink Ceramonic, the dual mic setup that's like the one you
Yeah,
have,
Dana has that one also.
the
The
Ceramonic.
Cero, yeah, the Ceramonic.
Yeah,
But I heard
I have
DJI's.
both of those. I've got three different ones that I've used them, but I've also failed with them so many times that I just got pissed, and I went and bought the DJI. It's flawless. You plug it in, it's going to work.
Yeah, that's what Mike and Nicole said. They bought one of the DJIs, and I think
Yeah,
that's
they
the one to
really
have.
do.
I would. That's what I've heard. Hey, Grinch, how you doing? I hope
Yeah, I
all's well with you.
know. Maui Howie got it. Gary got it. JJ Drones got it. Lots and lots of
All the
people.
rich people on YouTube. The poor people, we do the. I'm trying to think where I put that one. I should try it because it's the cheapest one that I bought on Lasada. I think it was 20. I mean, what was it? 700, 1,000 baht, and but it's only in mono. But it come with two transmitters, one receiver, a little bit bigger than the Rode and all the other one. But the thing works fine. But it's all in. It's not in stereo. So, but very cheap. I should try that one. It'll probably work forever. And I buy every time I go on Lasada. If there's some kind of a new mic, I got to
Okay,
buy a
Dave.
mic. What's that?
Dave, you can come and visit me because Ron John says that I'm going to be okay as long as I don't kiss you.
I was thinking about having you drop the link, and I was actually going to come and do a drive-by and honk the horn and wave at you in the compound,
No,
but
I
I don't know
think
if I could.
I'm clear now. I'm clear. I
Yeah,
didn't test, but according to CDC, I'm clear. I've been
I
7
bet
days.
you. I bet you if you test today, you didn't test yesterday. I bet you test negative. Just a
I
guess.
probably
But
would.
yeah,
I probably would, but I don't want to stick that thing in my brain again.
yeah, no shit. I don't. I don't blame you. Y'all message me with the mic. Yeah, and like I said, it's like my Krypton or whatever. When I go on Lasada and I see some cheap new microphone, I got to buy it, and I try it, and But
No,
I
I
this
wait
one
until
here,
the new expensive one comes out and then I buy it.
yeah, that Shure one that I saw, it looked nice, but like I said, from what Chris tells me and stuff for what I'm doing on YouTube, and this $15 USB, plug it in, go, doesn't do
Yeah,
anything. I can take it anywhere I want. It sounds fine. Now I did buy the earbuds for the new iPad, and that seemed to work all right. I did a test on that on the channel, and it seemed to be okay. So that's the one that if we ever meet up at the like a coffee shop or something like that before you go back, I'm going to bring that, and we'll do a live because that battery lasts like 10 hours. But it has to be a coffee. No, I have my phone. Yeah, so maybe if we do that, well, that's why I bought that thing for that and watching Netflix. So I spent $400 to
and
watch
I can
Netflix.
bring my DJI microphones to hook up to it.
Yeah, there you go. Now I don't know if can I hook them up to an iPad?
Sure.
Yeah, is there a way to lightning port?
Uh,
Because it only has a
yeah,
lightning port. Oh no, this pad still has the plug, whatever that is,
like a
3/8, whatever.
C.
It's still got this. It's still got this plug.
No, we
It's
don't
the
have that
only.
plug. Ours is a C plug.
Yours is a C plug on the DJI.
Yeah.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Cool. No, it doesn't have a C plug on it. We'd have to have something that went from C to lightning, I would imagine. But
Thank you, Ron.
yeah, because this pad is the Generation 9, cheapest one you can buy. I think it's 10.2 inches. It's perfect size for me to watch on the bedside. And it has that plug. The only thing that it was screwed up is, and you're just saying it is, all the other iPads now have the C for
Yeah.
charging, and this
Yeah.
one has the lightning. This one still has the lightning. But for what
I,
I
I
wanted,
agree with you, Jake. I agree with you. I'm so over all the crap too. And it felt just like I had a bad cold. And Ron John's right. My hips probably were bothering the hell out of me because I flew for 23 hours and then turned around and rode 7 hours in a bus and spent probably 2 hours on taxis.
but Jim and Meow want to meet up here in Surin when you.
Yeah,
We
love
can
to.
meet him. It might be easier for you to meet him at the Bangkok airport as he's flying out, because he won't get out of his compound until then. So I'm just
You
kidding.
know, Jai hollered at me this morning. She says, I want to call Ava Air and find out if we can switch our flights and go home now. I said, you can't go. You can't go home now. You're sick. They won't even let you on the plane
Why does she want to go home now?
because she's sick. She feels bad. You always feel
Uh,
better at home. when you're at
And when
home, you
that's
got
true,
your own.
and she probably feels a little bit bad about bringing it home for the family.
No, she feels bad,
No,
but I brought it home to the
oh, you
family.
brought it. Oh, it's your fault. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hashtag
Hey,
free
Tony,
Bobby. Go Jake.
how you doing, Tony? Kenneth, how are you? Good morning, new subscriber. Thank you. Good to meet you. I've seen your name around before. I don't know where, but everybody's welcome. Um, I hope you enjoy the channel. A bunch of good people on here.
I agree with you,
Um,
gorgeous Thailand. That's a shame.
uh, it's a shame the virus. Yeah, and everybody and their mother, including me, will be talking about it too. It's just I don't know. It's something to talk about for me, but I don't know. I'm lucky. Like I said, I went when I got vaccinated with the two deals. I had it documented. I took it to the government hospital on the second floor, submitted it, or had my wife do it. Paid the 500 baht, 200 baht, 100 baht. I don't remember. And I actually got their book, their visa, their travel documents, their actual. I could get it for you. It's a little yellow deal that they have. So I have everything that I need. My problem is with me personally, I don't like the freaking mask. And after having that tube down my throat 3 years ago, anything that restricts my breathing screws me up. And I know it's in my mind because I know I breathe just fine with the mask on, but I don't dig it at all. I don't like it at all. Hey, Gary, how you doing? I don't know if I saw you earlier. I think I did. If I missed you, let's
Wow, if
see.
you're symptom free, you can still go to school. So my sister-in-law, at this point right now, would be able to go do whatever she wants because she's symptom free.
Do
Still
they
test
wear a
positive.
mask? They wear masks continuously in school, correct, Paul? You have to have a mask, I think, to go to the school. I think was
Well,
what
yeah,
Paul answered.
especially if you're positive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Like I said before, they need to start treating this thing as a flu or a cold and get out of this, epidemic, pandemic.
Yeah,
Why? It's a freaking cold. It's the flu. They're not
yeah.
telling me that 200,000 people died in Thailand yesterday from it. So there must be a
Well, and
reason.
too,
They're
Dave,
not.
I've had a lot worse colds than this too. This wasn't even a
Right.
bad cold. I mean, my
My daughter
sinuses
said
blocked
no.
up and the cough some, but not bad.
I think she had the same thing you had, the youngest, and she said that the thing that bothered her the most was she lost her sense of taste. She couldn't
And I
taste
haven't
stuff
lost
as
anything.
well.
I
Yeah,
have no
she lost
loss
her
of
taste.
taste or smell.
And both of them told me from all the drugs my wife got for everybody, including the oldest daughter, the youngest daughter, friends of my wife, two or three that we've actually dropped it off, is a bottle of local honey, Manao or lemon, and Lipton hot tea, the good old tea bag. They all said they got more relief for their throat and stuff doing that than any of the medication the doctors were given.
I
So,
got
you know,
I got Ricola. Works
recall
tits.
does it work good?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a freaking cold. I don't
yeah,
know. They're making way, and now and I said it too because James, yeah, those are good. James
yeah.
had said in the beginning that everybody jumped the gun, and I was one of the ones that jumped the gun, and I was on his live stream, and I said in his live stream, I said the sad fact is, my personal opinion, I think that they're going to do it, and they did, and like I said before, I went before I went on the last rant before the rant before that. I said that the
Go ahead,
reason I'm
Yanni.
not an anti-vaxxer, I don't say, the only thing I didn't like was I didn't think they had a long enough time to truly know if I was going to grow an ear out of the front of my forehead. And that's the reason I didn't want to. The reason I did is because I wanted to travel. And back then, a year and a half
Thanks
ago,
for
I believed that 100% that you were going to need to be vaxxed to fly. That was my belief.
Dave. They
You couldn't
didn't
have
give a
told me
shit.
anything different.
They just want your money. They don't care if it worked or if it didn't work. Take the shots, and we want your money.
Right. Yeah. Well, they gave me those for free. I got here. That was weird too. What was the good one? How
Yeah,
come
but
I
they're
can't
getting paid
remember?
for them, Dave.
Is
Somebody
it
paid
Johnson?
for it.
Is it Johnson and Johnson? Was that the good one
What?
supposedly?
No, you
Shot.
got Pfizer.
Pfizer. That's right.
Yeah,
And
you
they gave
got
me
Pfizer.
Pfizer for
I got
free.
Moderna.
I got Moderna for my third one, and it knocked me in the dirt. The
I
other
had
ones did
Moderna all
absolutely
three.
nothing. I had sore arms with the Pfizer, and the Moderna just, I was felt ill. I had no energy. I just wanted to lay down. I didn't like that at all. Well, that's right.
Well,
I've been
all
vaxxed
three of
three
my
times.
vaccines were Moderna, and I got sicker on all three vaccines than I did out of this virus.
Of that,
All
of
three
what
of
you got
those were
now.
worse than I got from the virus now.
It's crazy. Hey, Jay Easy. I want to say Jay's. Hey, Jay Easy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I was a firm believer. That's why I got it, and I hate to say that I just for some reason I knew that I never thought that Thailand would let anybody in without that wasn't vaccinated, and they did, and they still should be, and they can. I guess my understanding is they can stop this at any time, and they can make it longer because I think it's only until March 1st or something, or somebody can correct me. There's a
Well,
duration on how long this is going to be, and they can
they,
increase it or they can decrease it.
gorgeous Thailand's got a point that when the Chinese come back in, um, it was only like 2 or 3 weeks ago that they were reporting having all their hospitals full and major outbreak in China, even lockdowns all over China, and having troubles to get back into China. So now they're going to release everybody and let them go.
Well, you know what I think? Well, see, I've always been confused. Okay, uh, when somebody tells me you're getting vaccinated, okay, in my brain, my pea brain, vaccination means I'm not going to get what you're vaccinating me for. No, that isn't the truth. So I don't understand why they say you need to be vaccinated. Just like Bobby right here, that flew in, vaccinated to the hilt. Did it make a difference? No, he got COVID. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make a bit of difference. So I don't understand it. And people said, oh, if you look up vaccinated on Google and all that, it doesn't say that and all that. In my mind, when I got vaccinated for smallpox and stuff like that, it vaccinated me so I did not get smallpox. And this
Hmm.
right here, if they told me you're getting vaccinated, you will not get this virus. Oh, okay. Yeah, give me six. You know, but this one here just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
Still
the
doesn't make any
Chinese are
sense.
they're gonna come back in here and spread it. Now,
Yeah, oh,
whether it's
sure they.
prejudice or not prejudice, it's like I said, it was only 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're reporting all over China. They're locking down, and the hospitals were full, and all kinds of crap. But now, 2 or 3 weeks later, they're free to get on the plane and fly anywhere they want to
Well,
go.
I'll tell you what it's got to be. It's got to be all about money because I don't see any reason. Hey, if it like Paul was just saying, it's because they didn't want to feel discriminated. Hey, tough shit. It came from there. I can discriminate against them and say, hey, they originated. They came and originated right from there, and they didn't stop it, and they knew it, and so we're going to let them in again. Why? Well, because they're going to come in with millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars to spend
Mhm.
here. So I mean, I don't blame them, but they're taking a chance, and I didn't think that they really cared about that much, but obviously they
Well,
do.
hell yes, they do. But
But
now everybody in Jamtien and Pattaya and Wahin, they're going to visit all these people, not us here in Surin, Dave.
yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, we're lucky that we're not on the top, visit vacation list. Yeah, but I think Jake, they gave you the one that actually attracts the virus. They gave it to you. Poor Jake and family have had it numerous times. And how many times you did too, Bobby? Didn't you twice?
Twice. I had it
Right.
when I left Thailand the first time, 4 years ago. 2 months before they advertised that it was COVID, I got it then, and I had bad pneumonia. A month, I was in the hospital for a while. Yeah, bad. But now I'm
Yeah.
getting out.
No Chinese fine village. Yeah. I wonder if we could put a sign like that on the highway as you're entering Surin.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so. But it is. It's true. And that's why I said I think everything's back to normal here in Thailand. It's even going to be above normal once they release all the Chinese, which they're doing today. So we'll see in a couple of days what it looks like. And what is that going to do to the economy? It's going to go crazy until all of a sudden they start saying that people are ill with it. But unless they're going to say that somebody died, I don't care. I mean, look at Bobby's older than me. He got it. It's a cold. I mean, unless you're, and I think it's going to go back to the same thing. If I get it and I die of a heart attack, I'm still going to have died of the latest virus. I
That's
don't know
right.
what it is.
That's right. The government
1919B
gets
or
money
whatever.
for that.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll go back to the same thing all across the globe. But I don't think that people are going to die from this. What is it called? Variant? I don't think they're going to do it on this variant.
Move on.
What did Mulan
My
say?
souvenir is the COVID.
Yeah, no kidding. I've been lucky, I guess, because my wife goes to work every day. She works with a whole bunch of people over there. She goes out in the field to check and see what kind of cameras they should put in and internet service and all that. She mingles with all sorts of people,
Dave,
and no
Johnny
one is
works in the triage emergency room in a hospital in Southern California and has
and she
never
never
gotten it.
gotten it. And
Not until we come here.
she comes here and gets it on her vacation. Oh man. Yeah, exactly, Ron. And I think everybody once they adopt that type thing. Granted, if the thing starts killing thousands of people a day and truly killing, not 118-year-old people with one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel, I mean, killing 30-year-old, 40-year-old with no underlying conditions,
Yeah.
then you got to do something. When 99% of the people are getting flu-like or cold-like symptoms, it's a freaking cold. I don't know. Bobby probably would have hung out at home anyway until he felt better before he went out. So it's not like he's going to run out. I know my wife, when she had the snivels and she tested herself, she didn't have COVID. She wore a mask in the damn house because she didn't want to give it to me and didn't want to give it to her mom and didn't want to give it to her dad and anybody else that came over. The Thai people I've noticed are really, because when I came to Surin, 15 to 20% of the people wore masks before the outbreak. And I asked my wife, what's this all about? I said, some of them, they don't want to breathe whatever's in the air, but most of them have a cold, have something that they don't want to give to somebody else. So they're cautious about it, and they're
Hey, Dave, did
concerned.
you say hi to Yenny?
No, I didn't see Yenny. There's Yenny. Hey, how you doing, Yenny? If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to Yenny's channel. But anyway, I rambled again. So if you guys put something up, put it up again. Saw stream Chinese. Yeah, I saw was that the one with Rob? He was saying he's leaving Kamala because he doesn't like the influx of so many buses and so many people in Kamala. He doesn't like the traffic, so he's going to come to Isan. So we'll see. He doesn't know where he's going to go, but he's going to come to Isan.
Hey, I wouldn't want to live down in that mess.
I'd like to live next to the water, but I'd want to pick a place like, there's a couple places right before Joe and Pachuap Kurikan that would be absolutely perfect for me. I don't like the people if you wanted some kind of life, it's about an hour to Hua Hin, and you can, they have all the markets and everything you want to get. I think it's perfect. I would probably have went over there, maybe Rayong. I don't know. I haven't been to Rayong where Mark is and Tom. I would probably consider that also. What'd I miss?
I know if I had only 3 red teeth, I'd wear a mask too.
Who said that?
David from Surin.
Listen, did not catch it for 2 years. Went to a barbershop in Bangkok for a shave in October and got it. Shame on me. And my wife keeps asking me, how come you cut your beard yourself? And why do you do this? Why don't you just go? And I said, because of the times, man. Otherwise, I would. I don't want to. If the way that I'm keeping my head now, I'd go in once a week and have them shave it. I don't like shaving, period. I hate it. But with the way that things are, no. Yeah, I know there's going to be a bunch of people coming to Surin. Everybody's going to be trying to get away from everything, and we're going to get bombarded here in Udon, Surin, all the areas, Tatpanom. Uh, all of them are going to get.
Well, I need to just stay here now. I'm supposed to go back mainly because I have a dentist appointment 2 days after we get home. But they're not
Right.
going to see me now anyhow because they always ask you when you get in, have you had COVID in the last 30 days or been around anybody with COVID? Well, yeah,
Right,
I
right.
did. So why go
Well,
home now?
have you guys decided on whether you were going to stay there and build out the house, or you haven't discussed it?
We haven't really been in the mood. We haven't been like together to discuss anything. She calls me on the phone from one room to here. We've all got COVID, and they still want to isolate from each other.
What's Ron saying, Dave? Just do what you want. Everyone else in Thailand. Yeah, it just was so nice to go to Phuket and not have to put a mask on. Got in the van, got taken here, got taken there. Went to eat breakfast here, eat lunch here, on the plane, on the boat, everything. Never put a mask on. It was awesome. And was I taking a chance? Sure.
Jai is peaked today. She's at her sickest day.
Her sickest day today.
Yeah.
Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Saying hi to Andy. But yeah, I don't know. They got to treat it like that. People are freaking out. People that had tickets to fly here that aren't vaccinated are freaking out. Don't freak out. Go find a doctor to sign saying you had something. I mean, there's a million ways you can get in, and I don't know who they think they're gonna, who they're gonna keep out. If somebody wants to come
here and quarantine like us,
yeah,
just come on over.
If there are people out there that are normal people that if they want to go somewhere, they're going to find a way to go. So if they don't want to be vaccinated, they're going to find a way to get fake vaccination papers, get a doctor to write something for them. So I don't know who they think they're really going to keep out and why. It doesn't keep them from transmitting the virus. So what difference does it make whether you're vaccinated or not? So you don't die? That's what their biggest thing was. Oh, this isn't to prevent it; it's to keep you from dying. Okay, that's nice, but what does that have to do with traveling? Has nothing to do with it. If I've got the same chance of getting it with or without the vaccination, and you could have 20 of them. There's people out there that have 4 or 5, I think, and it isn't keeping them from getting. Tommy,
I think so.
It just, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy or whatever, but I know the way that I am. And if I was in the United States and I wanted to travel and I was an anti-vaxxer, I'd have some kind of documentation to get me to go wherever I wanted to go. Sad but true, Mine is all legit and above board, except for now. Now I'm probably on their list. We'll check him really close. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer.
Right? Haven't you had 3?
I've had 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's on your card. They're not required.
I think maybe it was Tom. Tom, how many times have you been vaccinated? I think Tom's over 3. I want to say he's up there.
I'm pretty sure Tommy J is at 4.
Yeah, where's Tommy? Is he? Oh, they're sleep. No, is it? No, it's still a decent time in the U.S. Texas. He's what? Macro shopping? Check and see if they have fresh dill. Top 3. Okay, so you're the same as me.
So Mulan's had 4 vaccines. Tom's 3.
Okay, now, Munwa, could you teach in Thai school without being vaccinated? And I bet you the answer is going to be no. And I think my wife couldn't be because it's government-owned TOT. She took the Chinese virus. Virus.
Jay-Easy's up to 5 now.
Who is?
Jay-Easy.
Jay-East. Yes, so you needed it. My wife needed it. There's a lot of people, that's their biggest complaint. Well, we had to take it because they wouldn't let us work. No, you didn't. You just didn't have to work if you were that concerned about, an ear growing out of your forehead. My big thing back then was they can just cut the ear off. I'm still going to be able to travel. So I wanted to travel because I knew I wanted to go back to the States.
Same
So
here. I wanted to come here.
Yeah, exactly. I had 3 and had COVID twice.
Same
Holy
here.
crap.
I've had 3 and COVID
Twice.
twice. So now that gives me like 5.
Or 4 times, but still get sick. Yeah, for sure. Tested and I'll be positive. Yeah, it is. And if you want to work, like the nurses. Now, Jai had to, right, to work. She
Yeah.
had to get vaccinated. Yeah.
Yep.
So did my nurse. I got a lot of nurses in the family, 3 or 4 of them, RNs too, and they all had to get vaccinated in order to work. And God bless that they did, because if it wasn't for them, I hope they got everything that they were supposed to get. I don't know if they did or not. Triple pay and all this kind of crap.
They did.
I hope they got
did.
it all. I hope they got it all because they deserve it. They were the ones there, and that's what everybody said about me. Oh, you had it when you went in in 2020. You were one of the first ones, and my doctor, he had the best, most logical thing saying, Dave, you didn't have it. If you would have had it, everybody here in the ICU would have it. All the doctors would have it. All the nurses would have it. And I said, yeah, I didn't even think about that because they weren't wearing masks back then. Thank God. I couldn't imagine. Well, I couldn't wear a mask anyway because I had a tube in my mouth. So I didn't. Even it was during the pandemic. When I went home, it was they brought me in an ambulance.
Mine was too, Tom. It was over a year ago when I had my 3rd jab.
I want to say it was pretty close to that for me too. I think me and Tom were pretty much on the same times we took them, I think.
Me and Jai started ours, I think, in
Thanks, David.
October, November.
And Paul's saying no more for me. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've had enough of the and as long as they're being good about, hey, we don't care if you had it 3 years ago, that's just show us proof. Because again, it doesn't keep you from having it, man. It's not a vaccine in my opinion. Although the dictionaries probably say different, but I'll stick by with what I say. Everyone who was vaxxed over a year ago is pretty much unvaxxed now. You're probably right, but I don't know. They said that you're
supposed to build up. It's supposed to give antibodies
immunity.
It's supposed to last.
Supposedly, you're supposed to last. Yeah, and supposedly it's supposed to be better if you got COVID.
Yeah,
actually have that in you.
The 2nd and 3rd were just booster shots to help build that up. And now the 4th and 5th and 6th, I don't know how far they're going to go.
But again, it was always advertised as this will keep you from dying. This will not keep you from getting the virus. It will keep you from dying. You have a better chance of not dying if you take this vaccine. That's what I understood that as to what they were saying to me. And again, I didn't care because I knew I wanted to travel. And I believed back then that you were not going to be able to travel unless you were vaccinated. And I also believed back then that people were going to make fake documents. There was going to be all sorts of stuff to keep from it. Because if you want to travel, but you don't want to get jabbed with something, I guess you got to do what you got to do, right? I don't know. I didn't have to worry about that. The way I saw it, I love Sunbury and Rihanna. Never to fly early the beach ever again. I don't blame you, Tom. I like over there with Tom. Hopefully I'm hoping to come to the next one. I didn't see. Let me look right now. When's the next?
The Chinese are all going to be hanging out there with Tom, though, Dave.
Yeah, maybe. That's true. Yeah, February the 4th, I guess, is the next meetup. And I'm going to try to make it there. Looks like James just posted something. Shots before you enter Thailand. Looks like maybe a short or something. Maybe I'll look it up. Let's see. It must be. So that must be what. And if James is putting that up because he was really adamant about not saying anything about anything until it was 100% verified, we'll have to look at his. Somebody can look at it the same time as they're watching. I'd appreciate to hear what James had to say. It looks like it's just a short, I'm guessing. Dello says, we've had 3 vaccinations and my wife still not going. Very mild, only cough. I think that might have been what else they were saying too, is that it was supposed to make the effects not as severe too. Maybe that was. I could be wrong. It definitely was to keep you from dying, but I think it made the. I don't know. I mean, when the president got it, they just gave him pills and stuff, and he was good 2 weeks
Yeah,
later, and that's when
yeah,
everybody was supposed to be dying
right.
from
And
it.
he was an old
So
man.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Yenny's still here. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Maybe
Andy
I
says,
can tell Jai that we're just going to have to stay here for a couple of weeks longer to make up for lost time.
so the Thai government has now announced that no one can leave Thailand for 2 years. You guys can get started on here. Yeah, so you got to lie a little bit. It's not a big deal. Uh,
Yeah, is Ron John's age, which is just barely older than you, Dave.
yeah, I think we're close, right? Yeah, and I think they
So,
still giving that to people. There was one drug that my buddy wanted me to get him that he could not. It was so overpriced now. Oh, way back then, a year and a half ago. And I said, well, most of that stuff's cheap in Thailand. Well, overnight, the stuff in Thailand had went from cheap, cheap to expensive, expensive, even in U.S. terms. I can't remember the name of it, but it was supposed to be. I can't remember, some kind of a drug for cows or horses or something. But it definitely supposedly kept you from getting it. Wow,
236. Smile if you figure it out. Congrats.
236. I don't know. Uh, you're asking the wrong guy, Jake. Thank you, though. The wife will be extremely excited. She does. She gets excited, and I got to check too. And I don't know if is Joe here. I don't know if here's Sam's pissed and broke. How you doing? Saying hi to Moonwa. Glad you could make it. I don't know if Joe's here or not, but we've got a whole bunch of. Let me look. We got to go here. Members, almost 40. So like we're above the. And I don't know if it's Joe because Joe will buy them and give them to everybody. So I
Yeah,
don't
he
know,
did that
but
on mine too.
yeah, but I don't know if he's still doing it. But there's 37, up 32%, $36. So we're $6 over the budget of the money that we give to the kid each month, which is basically a thousand baht. And so that's awesome. So thanks everybody if you are becoming members because it goes to a good cause. But the other money, oh, I forgot to look on that too
I
because
have, Sam. I've lost weight. I don't know how much, but my pants are falling down
you look like you've lost quite a bit. If I had
just
to,
from 1 week of being sick.
well, like I said, if you want to lose 30 kilo and stop smoking, just go to ICU, ask them to please shove a
Yeah.
tube down your throat and sit there for 2 months. You won't be able to walk. Okay, these are the side effects. You won't be able to walk, and you have to have people help you go to the bathroom, but you won't be a smoker and you'll be lighter. I was 103 kilo. That was
Mm.
first time that I weighed myself. But I'd be 114. I felt 110. I felt okay. I just wasn't strong enough. So this time I'm going to try to do it right. We'll see what happens. Thai batter is getting stronger. Yeah, it was like 33.5. I can run that up too because
Wow,
I'm
really?
I'm on top of it all. My wife gave me all these apps, so I can. There's gold now. Let's see. Gold now is in Thailand 29,720, and the bot is 33.485. So 33.5. So, which I don't know if it stays around 33. I'm still a happy camper. It was 29 or 28 when I came in
Hello, Chris.
2018. Hey, Chris. Uh, how's the microphone?
They must have went on their live stream after I was already asleep.
The marathon. Oh, it was a marathon last night? I fell asleep. Yeah, I fell asleep. I know that Richard was on there. I don't know how long Richard stayed, but that's awesome. They were having fun. Uh, I go on and I cause problems, so I don't go on anymore. I'm just kidding. I would have last night, but I was too lazy to get out of bed. Get
Well,
ready
when
for
I go
breakfast.
on their live stream back
All right.
home, it's in the morning when Jai's gone to work anyhow, so it doesn't matter. But here,
See,
they do it late night, and I'm an early sleeper. I don't stay up late at night.
yeah, that's with me normally. Now let me go back here. My battery going dead? I think so. Hold on. Oh no, I got 57%. So, and still, oh, wow, 32 people. Thanks for watching, everybody. And did Chris, my $15 microphone still working? And if you guys don't know, Chris has a channel with HK, right? And I don't know the
Yes.
name, the Bear and something
Smoke
and the Bear,
Spanky and the Bandit.
Spanky and the
No,
Bear,
Spanky and the Bear. Sorry.
Spanky and the Bear. Okay,
Spanky and
and
the
I
Bear.
think that Chris is the Bear, Spanky's HK, if I'm not
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
mistaken. So, by all means, somebody will drop the link, please. Scott did for Chris's channel, and I know I saw I was on there long enough on yours or no, actually on Tom's when Joe put in there. You got to check out Spanky and the Bear, and Richard, of course, he don't waste no time. 10 minutes later, he goes, I look, or 5 minutes later, he goes, I looked at it, Joe. They only have 3 videos. One's about raising flowers or something. He goes, well, how am I supposed to? How am I supposed to? And then they talked a little bit. I think they were really excited that he was because Richard's really into editing and stuff. And I know he got all excited when he found out uh, that Chris was for years and years in that end of the industry. I guess Chris, is that what you'd say? So I know he'd love to talk to you. I don't know if you'd want to talk to him, but I know he'd love to talk to you.
Hey, if it comes to doing anything with editing, Chris wants to talk to whoever a lot.
Maybe he will. Hey, how you doing, Randy? Glad you could make it.
I mean that in a
Uh,
loving way, Chris.
yeah, but it is. Chris is a good guy. I'm still waiting for him to come to Thailand. Hopefully soon. God, I got a infected cut on my finger. I got alcohol right here, or I could wait and put on peroxide. See how much pain I want to be in. I think I'm going to grab the alcohol. So I keep this right by me. So I use it to clean everything. I don't use it to keep my hands and stuff you're supposed to use it for. I use it to clean my computer, my phone, my microphones, my cameras. I use it to clean everything. Don't spank your bear, your monkey instead. There it is. So if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to Spanky and the Bear. And it's just I don't know how to. It's like this: a bunch of people getting around, friends talking. I think they have a topic, though. We don't ever have a topic, but I think so. Yeah, he did 4 hours. Wow.
On Spanky and the Bear, and then went to
Oh,
Tom's.
and then you went to Tom's. Was Richard still on at that time, Chris, or was he already gone? Because he wanted to talk to you, and I'm sure if you got over there, he would have stayed up, and you probably would have talked to him half the night. And do you have any idea when you're going to come, or is that still up in the air? Or send me a message if you can't
He ain't coming to
disclose
Thailand
that.
now. He's going to the Philippines.
Well, he was always going to go to I think actually Taiwan first, and then some other places. He had 2 or 3 places, but I think he's already handled that. I don't know. He's being secretive about when he's coming. Whenever it is, I'll meet up with him. I'm looking forward to it. I don't clean anything. I want my immune system to work.
Way
Well,
to
that's
go,
another
Andy.
thing. When people wonder why they, I got a shot, and for some reason it didn't work, an antibiotic. Well, because you eat chicken and beef and pork from the United States, which is loaded full of antibiotics. So your body's pretty much immune to most of the antibiotics out there.
That's the way it's supposed to be, Randy, because as older people, we can't remember what we were talking about 15 minutes ago, and the subject switches. The next thing you know, it switched back again. So don't set a topic.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to say 90%, 95% of what we talk about is Thailand, because that's where we are. But be in Thailand in March. Now, people can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I believe that this new whatever it is that's in place is only good until the end of February, and then it's going to be. But they can extend it at a whim, or they can decrease it at a whim. But it would be nice to come in and not, and especially if I'm going. I think you have to test. And somebody said, who went back to the U.S. recently? Did they make you test when you got to the U.S.? I think they make you test.
Really?
I'm not. I think so.
I don't want to test.
Don't look for too many vids just yet. A bunch of streams, 400 odd hours have only been. Yeah, and I think that's working on the vids. And I know, and Joe had said that you had taken down your other channel and it had a bunch of stuff on it, but you guys will create it sooner or later. I think he's taking a couple of months off, or at least this month, the rest of this month off. Richard, in case you're watching. Hi, Richard's mom. Let's see. There you go. Speak for yourself, Bobby. What is it?
Not being old. Not being old.
Yeah, Bobby's not old yet. I look older than Bobby.
I'm not old yet.
The thing that's got me a little bit, what time is it? I haven't heard any sounds in my backyard, which is telling me the 200 or 300 baht that he wanted when he left yesterday went all to alcohol, and he's not going to be back today to do any work on my backyard.
We have three guys have been painting here since I've been here. They're painting all around the house, up here in the front now, and 2 gardeners. They got 2 people they brought in to do gardening in the back. So there's 5 people working here, and they're working here this morning.
Were they? Yeah, I think Jake's usually on top of most stuff. It says if you're not a U.S. citizen or resident, you have to test. If not, you're good. Okay. Well, I haven't been there in 3 years. Well, I guess I'm still a resident. I still have a California driver's license.
You still have a California or a U.S. passport too. So
yes, that's true.
You're good.
So okay, good. I don't have to have nothing shoved up my nose. I don't dig that either. The brain search. So can't you just drill in the back of my head? The maintenance.
You're right, Tony. I've been maintaining a lot.
I don't know, man. And I'm the first one to tell everybody, come to Thailand. Now it's going to be. You waited. You should have came 2 years ago, when it was nice and no one on the beaches. And now it's I'm going to say 90%, 80% back to normal. Once the Chinese get here, it'll be 100%, depending on what you want to do. I mean, I'm not a big Bangkok. Pattaya and Jantiem are kind of nice. I'd rather be out on the road, going through Isan and going to different places and stuff and doing some sightseeing. So if that's your case, I would still come and still think of this place to retire. I mean, are the prices going up on places? Yeah, but you can still get you can get a 1-bedroom with air conditioning here in Surin for $150, maybe 170. So you guys can all do the calculations on what it costs. You've heard everybody talk about how much food is, and there's been a little increase in stuff, but I'm still a firm believer. If you're a single person, you've got 1,800 to 2,000 in your Social Security, and you have nothing else. But let's say you got enough to cover the 800,000 for your visa, you can come here and live. like I said, it's all relative. If you want to go out and spend $100 a day on alcohol, you're probably not going to make it. But if you want to just have a nice life, and especially out here in Easton, meet somebody, even go out to dinner 2-3 nights a week, and stuff like that. It's very capable on that $2,000. If I had my druthers, I would say 25, but $2,000 is very doable. 1,500 is doable. 1,000 is doable. Depends on how you want to live. I wouldn't
Did you
want to
mean
live on 1,000.
170 a week or 170 a month, Dave?
170 a month, about 5,000 baht. So what is that? 30, 60, 90, 100, 150. Yeah, 5,000, 5,200, 5,500. Get you a one bedroom. We're going to rent the in-laws place to a couple of people from TOT or NT now, where my wife is. It's a 2-story Thai style with the door down below with the sliding gate, and then the kitchen in the back, bathroom, and 2 bedrooms upstairs for 4,500. One of the bedrooms has air conditioning. There's a refrigerator. I think there's some little stuff there. It's not fully furnished, but where are you going to go to get that? Where are you going to go to get any place to stay for $200 a month? You can definitely get a nice furnished 1-bedroom apartment in most of Isan, I want to say, for that. Hey, Tim, I know I saw Tim. There you go. KSC all over Thailand.
So when Ron John's asking, when do you plan to go to Uncle Craig's? How far is that from here?
Oh, God, it's a long ways from here. It's a 2-day trip for me.
Oh,
So, yeah, I think so, right? Who would know? Jake would know. What did I miss? So who wanted to know that? Chris?
Ron John.
Oh, Ron John. Yeah, because Ron John, I want to meet up with Ron John too. I think it's a 2-day trip, Ron. But I don't know. Maybe it depends on when I go back to the U.S. If I go back in end of February or somewhere like that, maybe March or something, because I don't know when's Jake coming back. March or April? I don't think he knows.
No,
I think
he
I
changed
asked
it. Jake.
Yeah,
Jake's
I think I asked him before.
Yeah, he pushed it. I think now it's June, July.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get up with 2 or 3 people and meet that. Yeah, and go that way. Meow and Jim, whoever that is. I think it's Meow. I think when Jim comes in, he comes in under his name. But I don't know. Let's put something together. May, okay, March, April, May. So May definitely. But I'd like to meet him before then. Did he come in today? I don't know. I didn't see him. Craig.
No, I
Craig's
didn't
a
see
good.
him.
Yeah, I like Craig's channel. There's Tim, and I liked, if you guys haven't seen them, me and Tim both have our fishing videos out, so by all means go check them out. I think we both did pretty good jobs. The only I told Tim when I was putting it together, we were supposed to give footage to each other, but it never got around to doing that. But I'm going, how come I got no footage of Tim on the deck with his fish? Because I wanted to put it in the video. Then I realized watching Tim's, I was in the chair fighting mine when Tim brought his on board. I was still fighting my hour-and-a-half marathon, so then it all made sense. But I like Tim's. I actually like Tim's better than mine.
How far is Ron John from here?
I want to say it's 7 or 8 hours, right?
For Ron John?
Okay, Ron John, put up in the screen the exact spelling, because I'm the worst speller in the world, and I'll bring up my deal here, and I'll tell you exactly how far it is. Oh, where are you, Google? Yeah, there it is. Google Maps. Ron John will put it up in there. Because it's like, or something somewhere close. What about our golf trip? Yeah.
Oh, so
But
he's in Phitsanulok too, just like that's where Jake's at,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's why I'm saying everybody could get together. Okay, so it's PHITS, and that should get me close enough. So let's go there. 8 hours and 1 minute.
Holy cow.
So I was pretty close, 8 hours from my house. So, I mean, I guess we can make it in a day. We took
That's on
off
the
at
other side of Bangkok then? That's going past Bangkok?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it's up and
Yeah.
over, like coming up to Bangkok and off the tip and up, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I saw something up in that direction.
What is ET again? You give our friend from Australia the moderating keys for his channel to 2Q. Okay, you know. Hey, Mike's, how you doing? You're coming when? I know Mike's broke a hip, and he's going to. He's gonna. I think you're what, a month. How far did it put it off? I think you're going through rehab right now. I think it's going better than you had anticipated. So.
Jay-Z, that extra 1 minute makes it too far. Eight
Who
hours
said
and one
that?
minute.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Hey, if it was 8 hours, I'd do it right now, Ram. But that 1
But
minute,
8 hours and 1 minute, I just can't pull that one off.
I thought we were only about 5 hours. It's 5 hours to Udon. It's 5 hours for me to 4.5 to go to Tat Phnom. So I'm kind of in between everybody to get, but you're the furthest out. It's only 6 hours to get to John Tiem. So you guys are the furthest. But I want to get out there. I like what I see, especially what he puts on his place. I'd like to get out that way. I'd like to have the trailer and stuff and actually camp up there with them for a night or something.
All right, you got $10
Hey,
now.
Andy.
You can make that trip.
Thanks, Andy. The wife is going to be excited. She's off to work today. Usually she's over there, and when she knows when I hear or when she hears the wife's going to be excited, she knows that there was a donation to the kids fund, to her fund. And just in case anybody
Isn't there a
doesn't know,
big Buddha here too?
a big Buddha. Well, there's Buddhas all over, but there
You
is
know, I mean a
big
big one.
ones.
It's going out.
Yeah,
out somewhere.
there's a big giant tortoise out there too. I never took. I passed it going to Udon. But thanks, Andy. In case anybody knows, the AdSense account that all this stuff goes to is my wife's bank account. So she takes it and does what she wants to with it, which is she gives it back to Thailand, more than likely to the children, 99% of the time. Like one of the workers' wife was here one day, and her son needed shoes for sport, so she gave 1,000 baht or something out of the stuff. So just so you know where your donations go. But thank you, Andy. Music channel, Ron Chan's wife. She reckons it's a beautiful place. Got a big Buddha. I think everybody's got one. Some probably bigger than others, but I would definitely like to go that way. We'll see what happens, because my anticipation is
See, Andy.
If Bobby goes home, he'll be back in a couple of weeks. Then he'll start working on the house, and then we can go out and start doing things here and there. And I'm hoping that Jai is still. She listening? Jai?
I don't know. I don't know.
I want to know if she's still on for what is it? July? July. I want to know if that's still the
she
day.
is. She says she is.
Okay, good. I'll check with her occasionally. Hey, David, thank you very much. That's awesome.
How far is David from Surin from us? He's got to be.
David's close. David's close. We've never met up, but we should.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know.
We should. The two
I don't
of us
know what
should.
David had done a similar type front koi pond in the front of his house, and he actually gave me the name of a pool place, which I'm now getting my supplies and stuff from. But I don't know why. Why haven't we? I don't think he likes me. Oh, sorry. Just kidding.
He comes to your channel to visit with the other people here.
That's true. He likes all the other people on this channel. No, he seems like a great guy. I'd love to. In fact, when Bobby's here, or if we do, David, and you want to come with us to have coffee or something here in Surin, hit me up, because I'm imagining we're definitely going to do that before he goes. I hope. So if you want to, let me know.
I don't want to borrow my sister-in-law or brother-in-law's car until I'm not positive, so it doesn't make any big deal.
Yeah,
I knew we should have rented. Is there a rental car here in town?
that I don't know. You should have rented a car. Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
you guys want to? You could do. Can you shift on the left-hand side of
yeah.
the vehicle and drive a truck?
Okay,
You can take my
her
truck.
car is still here. Jai's old car is still here in the driveway, and it's covered
Is it?
with a tarp. But it's been sitting for 4 years, and nobody's touched it. So,
My wife, the guy that completely rebuilt the motor in the truck, who's friends with my wife, I think I spent God 20,000 baht or something for him to do the whole thing. I guess what I'm saying is, he can go get it, or we probably have to bring it to him, but he can go completely through it, and it probably isn't going to cost much at all.
you
But
see,
you
Ron,
could take my
you
truck
guys
if you
have to
want.
bring me a fruit basket, Dave. Ron John says. Then I can rent your truck.
Is that what it is? Yeah, you could take my truck. There's no worries. I don't think there's a problem with that. I have to ask my wife, but I don't think there's a problem. I'd say it'd be better off taking the electric hot rod, but
No, we have another truck here too. Her brother's truck. I could use it.
oh, he's back in Australia looking after my brother with four. Oh, that sucks. POA and executor to the will. Yeah, always, David, always. Sorry to hear
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Always, that's a bummer. I hate that C word. I would say F cancer, so I'll say F cancer.
yeah. That's
Not
too
a big
bad.
one.
Sorry to hear that.
Let's see.
Well, whenever I'm living back here and ever gets back here, then we'll meet up.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's right. What am I missing? Who's Jazz having a conversation with? I'm missing out on it. Somebody, Santa. What? Oh, Jazz is saying Santa doesn't trust guys named David that live in Surin. Yeah, you're probably right. I should have put that in that. It was the funniest thing because when I came out of the airport in Phuket, and there's that lady holding a sign saying Santa's sleigh. Uh, it was pretty good. I should have put it in. But originally when I was going to put this video, it was 40 minutes long, and everybody said that's too long. It's too long. It's too long. I had everything in there. Some leaving Tim's from where I took off in the first video all the way to the end. So I got it done. I think it's at 14 minutes when I release it. If you guys haven't, and I never ask anybody to share it, but if you would share that, I'd like to get these people some business. They deserve it. Anybody that uses them will not be disappointed. Yeah, we were talking about the
I'll
phrase
share it
that.
in my community, but nobody ever
Okay.
checks it. So
Uh, let's see. I think I'm caught up on everything. Wow, we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. It's amazing, but I don't have to run yet. We can if we want
I
to, but
do. I do. My butt's getting tired. I don't have a comfortable chair here. Not like at home.
well, that's true. You're gonna need to get one. All right, you gonna take off?
Yeah. Nice talking to you, and nice talking to everybody in the chat. I'll be in the chat.
And I'll talk to you, and then we'll find out when you're gonna. Because I wouldn't. I want to get out and take a bike ride. So maybe
Well, just
online.
come out here anyhow, and we
Yeah,
can we
that's what I'm
can.
saying. If you drop me a link in line, you can drop a pin in line that'll give me your location, and then I'll let you know when and what time I'm gonna do my
All
drive
right.
by, and we'll
All right.
yell at each other, "Hello!" and we'll see what's
Well,
happening.
we have a fence with the gate, so we can keep everybody out we don't want in here. So I could meet you at the gate.
Okay, cool. All right, I might do
All
that.
right.
All right, I'll
See
let you
you.
know. All right, Bobby. Bye. Hey, Randy. Thank you very much, Santa's helper. Yeah, she will be helping the kids. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. She will greatly appreciate it. Hey, Robert Mack, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Hey, Verna, how are you doing? Both channels, Robert Mack Media and Verna. Please subscribe if you would. Hello, everyone, Verna's saying. And Robert Mack said hi to Daz. And Down Low says, I love this channel. Even though it's mine, I still love it. So maybe we'll wrap things up. I don't know. Is there any other questions or anything? I'm going to try to find out maybe a little bit more on what's entailed to travel back, into Thailand. It's looking like you're going to need verification of being vaxxed twice. It could be 2 years ago. It doesn't matter, but it has to be. You can't just get vaxxed and leave. You have to have 14 days. It has to at least been 14 days. And then there's other ways. You guys need to check with the government because you can get a letter from a doctor, something saying that you have had the virus and are immune to it, that type thing. So there's a lot of other ways. That's the only real restriction that I heard is cast in stone. The rest is we would suggest that you wear a mask on transportation while in Thailand. We would suggest that you get insurance for the virus. We would suggest, so look at all those deals. Maybe before the next live stream, everybody would have probably done that. But I'll see what I can put together. And then also either in the comments or maybe in here now, what you guys think of the for a t-shirt. And down here, it says "Got to Love Thailand," but it didn't fit. And these are going to be for me to give away, not to sell. So if you like the T-shirt, put a 1 in in the comments or in right now, and a 2 if you don't like it. And I could still work on it a little bit. I did it while I was bored yesterday because I wanted to have something. A lot of people are asking me if I'm going to get T-shirts, but I do plan on getting T-shirts, but not to sell, to give away. But if you like them, let me know. I kind of like this particular one with the baseball bat. I like that. And Randy liked it. All right, cool. Yeah, I think Bobby says he liked it too. Should I put on somewhere on there? That's what she said on there. I put that underneath the USA and Thailand always and forever because that's what my wife. That's what that kind of means to me. Me and my wife down here, always and forever, and that's what it kind of says on my arm. Always with you, forever in my heart. So that's kind of what that's there for. I don't know if people realize that, but that's what it's there for. ET says it looks okay. Cool. And my wife got it. They're not expensive shirts. They're kind of thin, but I like the thin shirts because they wick water and they dry quickly. And I'm hearing somebody out there. Maybe he just drank enough just to be late, not to be gone all day. He's a good guy. I would still suggest him to people that want something. I think he's amazing. I think he's very talented. And as long as if I was to suggest him to somebody here in Surin, I would definitely probably be there every day to make sure that he did everybody right, but the price is right and the work he does is very good. But okay, so I'm gonna send that to my wife. Hey, Mama Bear, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Do you like thinking about getting a shirt made with? And then it says USA and Thailand always and forever, and Got to Love Thailand. You can't see it down below. I'm thinking about these are shirts to give away, not to sell. I'm not a merchandise guy. Although if it was up to Jake, I think, and then they would have coffee cups and everything else. Although I do want a coffee cup from Craig. I like his coffee cup. I have to see what I have to do. It's a nice shirt. Is free, but would be even nicer if your patrons got a free shirt. They could make a small donation to the kids fund. I could do something like that too. I don't have Patreon, but I have members. But I could do something like that if maybe a give like I got. It might be forever, but what am I at? I've been going up and down. Where am I? 1917 was as high as 1919. So I got 80, 90, 80 more I need to get to 2000. So if I get to that, I want to have something to give away. But that's probably a good idea. That's a good idea, David. But I think it looks okay. I could do a little tweaking on it. But I think it looks all right. I got to get rid of the, of course, it won't have me and the microphone and my water spot up in the top. But let's see. But anyway, all right. Been an hour and 46 minutes. You guys still want to hang? There's 28 of you. You guys want to wrap? I don't hear them breaking concrete, so I'm not scared in the backyard. But hey, Stuck. Let's see. Chris across the planet hello. Glad you could make it by. I know Stuck has a lot of things going on during the day. Doing okay, watching USA football and listening in. Wow, cool. Hope all is well with you and yours. Talking to Dow Low. I'm back. Just had what? Dinner? How dare you eat during the live stream? I'm glad you're eating. Logan is, everybody. You guys are awesome supporters, man. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for everybody here. All the people I think are quality people, even new ones that came in. I noticed a couple today. Like I had said before, that's awesome. You don't need to. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. I know when I first started watching YouTube, I didn't know whatever I clicked on might cost me money. If you become a member, it costs 99 cents, or I think there's 1 or 2 stages. I don't know. But just to be, on here and a subscribers doesn't cost you anything. So there you go. Were your ears burning? I had said, why did I watched a No Time to Be Hungry video, and then I found out why. You're back to that, and it looked great. But I said the biggest, I want to critique Chuck, but not in his comments because he'll beat me up in the next video. Just kidding. But I want to know, was that first stuff that she made? Is that that stuff I tasted? Because I didn't see a lot of pepper in that one. But my I want to say complaint. I guess it's a complaint. I don't have the right to complain about anything, but I don't know what all the ingredients are. And then I caught myself and said, shit, I didn't watch the whole video and look down in the description. Maybe it was there, but I'd love to have the recipe for that. Whatever that sauce was that your mother-in-law at Mafia made was awesome. Just come to give you a thumbs up. Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it. I don't remember, but it was, I don't think it was, but it was close. It was one of them. But the stuff that I had when Chuck invited me to his house when we went on that dinner cruise was just outstanding. I could have ate spoonfuls of it. It was pretty hot, but it was just very tasty. He's an excellent cook. What it does, you're not riding. Is he bicycling? But anyway, that was my thing. Is I'd like to know if the recipes for some of the stuff I would like to make. But of course, I'm going to get yelled at. I don't like critiquing anything, but I did see it there. I liked the video. The video was awesome. I think you do a good job with them. Hopefully, you're going to keep those up. I'm sure you will. Later on, John taking off. I missed it. Don't let Chuck Randy. I know he'll kill me in the next one. But it was like I was wondering as I'm watching it. It's just dawned on me in my mind. What's that? What is she putting in there? What's that? Some of the stuff but some of the powdered stuff I didn't have a clue on what that was. Especially when you travel, just showing that I can understand. But the mafia recipes, well, they might be guarded secrets too. I don't know. Maybe no one's supposed to know what's in there. But I said she's an excellent cook. I've been there twice now, and it's not disappointing. That's for sure. If you ever get the chance to be invited to eat there, feel privileged and be expecting food that is off the charts, no doubt. Headed for town. All right, Jim. I hope everything. I guess you're okay, right? I mean, with the gallstones or whatever they are. Never did get a chance to ask you that. Get rid of those stones. Yeah, you're carrying there's some weight loss right there, right out of the bat. You get those removed and lose 1/100th of an ounce or a gram or something. Gotta go, man, in a hurry. All right, Meow. I'm glad I'm never in a hurry to go anywhere. Well, I guess that's not true. If I had a doctor's appointment, my wife would be up my rear to get there and get it done. You guys all have a good, safe trip. Gotta go. Yeah, I gotta get the oil changed in my scooter and the Scoopy too. And I gotta finish watching your video. You probably already went out. I gotta go next in 2 weeks or 3 weeks and get my my Type O visa done. I got to see. I don't remember. I know I watched the beginning of it where you said you usually there's always a little problem, and I remember the one from last year. So I'm looking. I'm looking. The 19th. I gotta have it done by. Hey James, how you doing? Yeah, hurry in Thailand. Exactly. In the middle of it, I told somebody to watch her. I'm imagining it was a short that popped up on my other phone down here that said something about that deal, and I kind of knew that, or I had an inkling in my stomach that Thailand was going to do that. And like I said earlier in here, it was like that's the reason I got it. I could get an ear out here, whatever it took. I was the one that opted to do it because I really thought that you weren't going to be able to travel unless you were vaxxed and had the paperwork. I even went as far as going to the government hospital and giving it to them and paying my money and getting their little passport deal and verified and stamped and all that. But it's kind of a bummer for people that are coming here. But like I said, they're leaving so many outs. I mean, if I was a doctor, I'd be offering letters. So there's always some way to get around something. So if I wanted to come, I would figure out a way to come. But hopefully, I'm imagining that's what your video was. I'll have to go back and look. If not, for me opening my mouth before I knew 100% again, I'll apologize to everybody now. But buying buying a used scooter in Thailand is smart, or buying new. They seem to get. It all depends who you're buying them from. I bought them. The brother owns a scooter place in Ubon, and he got me that Scoopy 2018. It had 10,000 kilometers or 7,000 or something, nothing on, owned by an old couple, and I paid 18,000 baht for it. So normally I want to say they're 50 something for a Scoopy. Depends, who you're buying it from. I bought my PCX from an expat that basically wrote down everything on that bike, that from getting gas to oil changes to everything. He owned it since new. So it all depends. If you're semi versed in vehicles, I think it's safe to buy them. Make a dramatic change on Friday, backtrack on Monday. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, nothing's cast in stone, right? And even the way they fast tracked it, they made it the ability that they could extend it, and if I'm wrong, correct me, extend it or retract it at any time they want to. And I think it's only good to the end of February, the way they have it written up now. If not, go watch James's short, and I'm sure he is bringing everybody up to speed. Hey, Dave. Yeah, not good, man. Bummer, I heard from my brother, she's kind of like, she hasn't answered me. I've texted her 2 or 3 times. She's in that, like I said, she's an Italian mother. When she gets me on the phone, I got to just kick and bite to get off the phone. And when she's sick like this, she's, oh no, I got to go. I can't talk. Click 5 seconds. And she didn't return any of my messages that I've written her in the past 4 or 5 days. And my brother said that she's really depressed and like in the fetal position on the bed. I think she's ready. To tell you the truth, Des, I think she's holding on for her firstborn to get home to say goodbye, is really what I think my mother's doing. Hopefully she lives to be 200, but if it's going to be like that, I'm a big guy on quality of life. I love my mother. I'd like her to be around forever, but do I want her around when she's just in the fetal position, sitting on a bed, waiting to die? I don't think so. But that's just me. A lot of people, I know my wife would, she doesn't care anyway, as long as I'm there, but I'm just not that way. Not that way. So not doing great. So I'm hoping to get back there maybe next month after I get everything done with my visa and all that stuff, or the first week of March. And then I must probably spend a month there. I've got a bunch of, I've got some loose ends to tie up and make it back. Thanks for dropping all those, Scott, as usual. But $90K for a new PCX and for a second-hand one is a good deal. Yeah, I like the PCXs. Excellent bike. I'm a big guy. I still took mine from Kamala to Krabi to Colac, and 4-hour trip over to Krabi, 90 kilometers an hour. Stopped about every hour. Had my water, at 7 and such. So I can't speak highly enough of the Honda anyway. I've always have. But the PCX, I think you can get, they make a 160 now. But anyway, what I'm saying, I was 275, 80 pounds at that time, and it still pulled me right along. I had a back box that was good for a 2 or 3 day trip. It was, if you don't know them, I would get with somebody when you get here that you felt comfortable with. But I would look for paperwork. I'd look for a foreigner, would be my first option. And I don't think you can really go wrong. Unless you don't want to be bothered and you just want to buy one from Honda, and like I did the Forza, and bring it in and get the maintenances and the oil change, and you don't have to worry about anything, then buy new. But I think you can find good bikes for a reasonable amount of money. Yeah, I agree. It's just me, man. I love my mom to death, but just me. Let's see. Only the CAT has put anything in writing, and that was sent to airports around the world. The rest of the Thai government has been mute and will likely release something official today or tomorrow. Okay, thanks for that, James. I appreciate it. And that sounds about right. They fast tracked it somehow. They found a way to do it, obviously, and I'm sure. I mean, I hate to say that, but I'm sure that they're going to follow suit. But hopefully they'll smarten up. I would have been better off, like I said, and I'll probably lose subscribers if they would have said Chinese cannot come to Thailand. I'm horrible. There goes bye subscribers. Let's see. That's horrible. Hey HK, how are you? Glad you could make it. Chris was here earlier. I don't know if he still is. What did Bob mean? Okay, so he did. Cool. I might do a drive-by over there so now I can stop. Yeah, it's always good. I'm always getting congratulated. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I always thought that you needed that. That's the reason I did. I don't consider myself an anti-vaxxer, but I wouldn't have gotten the vaccine if I had. Back then, I thought my choices was the vaccine or not travel. So I took that. Didn't care what the side effects, didn't make a difference. Still doesn't to this day. I would have done the same thing if I had known that. But if I would have known that, I'd be able to travel and do all that crap, I probably would have opted not to get vaccinated. But that's just me. All right, there's Chris. Chris is still here. He's listening, making breakfast. All right, Chris. All right. It's been 2 hours. We just hit the 2-hour mark. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you, James, for bringing everybody in here up to date on what's going on with that deal. I heard also too that there was a fine involved for the airlines if they brought somebody in that wasn't. I don't know if that's true. Always check with the government and do it. James is pretty on top of crap. I have a tendency to believe what James is saying. He checks into stuff pretty deeply. So anyway, I have to go over to Richard's outro and play his outro. 2 hours. You guys are the best. I always have a good time. I'll see you in a couple of days, and I'll catch you on the next one.